Good morning. Hello, I'm Montessa Young from Washington County Extension here in Weiser, Idaho, and I'd like to welcome you to the first day of Idaho Victory Garden. Our first unit is going to be all about garden planning. So I want to talk a little bit about my garden plans. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you a couple pictures of what I'm dealing with after this rough winter and what my plan is. And then hopefully you guys can hold me to it as we get going here. So I live in Nissa, Oregon, so I commute to Weiser, Idaho every day, and we own a small dairy farm. I have 3 kids, so a very, very busy life to be gardening, but I enjoy it a lot. So I'm having to deal with a little bit of winter destruction. I have a 20-foot by 30-foot hoop house that I built about 4 years ago, and this year it didn't survive the snow load, so I have to work on rebuilding this. It's one of my favorite places to grow, so I think rebuilding it is definitely on the menu. I also didn't clean up very well this last fall. A lot of that is perennials that have died and gone away, but I'll admit to there's some kochia weed in there as well. This is my backyard. We still have snow on the ground, so I'm going to have to wait just a while longer before I get back there. My kids have gotten older, so that swing set is up for grabs. I have big plans for growing beans or squash or cucumbers or a climbing crop on that. I have a goji berry in there, some nanking cherries, so looking forward to some early season fruit. And this is generally where I grow all my vegetables that aren't tomatoes. Tomatoes and peppers usually end up in that hoop house. So this is what my hoop house looked like before the snow got rid of it. This is right when I was going to plant some tomatoes and peppers, and looking forward to being back to that. It is my favorite place to grow, and one of the units we will do, I think it's unit week 3 or week 4, will be on season extension. I'll talk a little bit more about this hoop house. So my goal is these tomatoes. It's definitely worth it, all the trouble of getting that cleaned back up and planning out for the new year. These are lots of different varieties of heirloom tomatoes. Some of my favorite are chocolate cherries and lemon drops. The green ones are actually ripe. Those are green zebras. The big pink ones are brandy wines. The striped ones over there in the corner are striped boar from Wild Boar Farms. Sweet 100 is actually a little hybrid cherry tomato that produces really well. Those are the oblong little red tomatoes. And then Pink Boar, you notice in that right-hand corner I've got some bigger red striped ones, and those are also from Wild Boar Farms. So I like the variety and the flavor and being able to grow my own tomatoes. So I want you guys, as you're beginning this course and beginning your garden planning, is to kind of take one step at a time. It can be overwhelming this time of year. So my goal today when I get home from work is to get some tomato seedlings started. If I get my hoop house rebuilt, they can go out there in the hoop house on about April 15th. So I'd like to have them to be 6 to 8 weeks old when I put them out there. If you are going out most parts of Idaho, May 15th is about your earliest date that you can be sure there's not frost. So you can wait a couple weeks. You're not behind yet. So welcome to the course. I hope you really enjoy taking this course with us, and you'll be hearing from me and Ariel throughout the course. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us by phone or email. Our information is right there in your class. Nice to meet you, and look forward to hearing your garden plans for the year.